Hello again. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about training aids, and what I mean by that is things that can help you when you're exercising that you can wear. So for example, trainers. I was talking about trainers in my last video. Here's the pair I bought. So they're a pair of running trainers. Apologise a little bit, kind of looking a little bit dusty, but what it is, where I run, it's this park and it's kind of sandy, gravelly. You might have seen it in one of my former videos. When I run around there, especially when it's dry, the dust kind of kicks up a bit, so that's why they're a little bit kind of look like they've got dust on them, but they're only a couple of months old. I've been using them and building up my mileage with them. I had a pair before that were actually quite good, but they're just very old and starting to get holes and stuff, so I chucked them away. But in the last video I was talking about how I was having problems with my feet, and a lot of that was to do with the trainers that I was wearing during the day. So I was wearing just trainers for work because I drive a taxi, and they're just cheap trainers with no arch support, and I think that was what was causing the problem with my feet. So I bought another pair for work. It's a pair of Slazengers. Now these are a cross trainer. They're quite good because they've got like this memory foam on the inside, so they kind of fit your feet a lot better, and if I put my foot in there I can feel there's a much better arch, like with the running trainer, so they're a lot more supportive. So my feet are starting to feel a lot better just using better footwear. So when I first started the swimming earlier on this year, I just went to the pool, jumped in and did a few lengths. I thought, what's the big deal, you know? What do I need apart from a pair of swimming trunks? As long as you don't turn up naked, you're not going to get thrown out. So anyway, the more you go, obviously the more you come across other swimmers who are, you know, obviously doing it on a regular basis, and they got the kind of swimming hats, they got the goggles, they got all kinds of other things that seem to help. And I thought to myself, well, is that really necessary? I mean, I can understand someone needing to wear a swim hat if they've got hair that they want to keep dry or protect, because the chlorine can affect your hair and everything. I obviously haven't got that problem, so I thought, well, I don't need a swim hat. The first thing I tried though was goggles, because I thought, well, maybe it keeps the water out your eyes. Yeah, maybe. Tried the goggles, and then I noticed that I was getting problems in my ears. I was like, sometimes, I don't know if you ever like had a shower and you got water in your ear and you can't get it out. It's kind of that problem I was having. I was just coming out the pool, I was sort of doing 6 lengths to start with, 10 lengths, and starting to get like water in my ear. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I should try earplugs, because I noticed other people were wearing them. Got chatting to one guy. There was this guy in the pool. He was like a serious swimmer, and I got chatting to him and he was telling me about his triathletes and everything, and I noticed he had a pair of earplugs. So what you do is just put them in like this. If I can get them in. Put them in like that. Something like that. And that keeps the water out of your ears. Now there is something called swimmer's ear that people can get. It's where you go swimming a lot and you get water in your ears. Normally it will dry out. I had it pretty bad a couple of times. I went to the pharmacy. It's better than going to the doctor sometimes. And I said, what do I do? He said, is it an ear infection because I've got a bit of pain and stuff? He said, no, just the water. Just normally it will dry out. If it's an ear infection, you'd know about it. You get like temperature and everything else and real pain. So it seemed to subside, but it has helped with these. The only thing is they tend to pop out. So I've not lost these yet, but yeah, you just pop them in like that. And then what you can do is, if you put the swimming hat on, now you're supposed to put this on when it's dry. So if you're already wet from having a shower, it doesn't really work. So you put it on. The other benefit of this is, and the only reason I bought this thing was because it actually keeps the earplugs in your ears, because I was finding I was worrying about them popping out and losing them. So then what you do, I put the goggles on top of that. Now I'm starting to, yeah, that kind of helps with the water, keeps the water out of your eyes. It does make a difference, especially when you're doing breaststroke and you're going under the water and out. It kind of keeps the water out of your eyes. I found it kind of made a difference. So I started to understand why people bother with these things. Then the last thing, the nose. Oops, I dropped it now. So the other problem I was getting was water going up my nose, and it's really quite unpleasant. So The other thing I noticed with the guy who did the triathletes, he said to me, "Oh, where's this? One of these is great." He said, because what it does, it keeps the water out. He's doing like 80 lengths or something ridiculous. So you put this on, it keeps the water out your nose. So now I not only look ridiculous, I sound ridiculous as well, but yeah, it definitely helps. Yeah, but yeah, after having used these kind of things, it does help and makes your life a little bit easier. Right, so now I've got all that off. I have to say it has helped. I mean, when I first went, I thought, what's the point of wearing all that paraphernalia? But it does help when you start doing 20, 30, 40 lengths plus. Just stuff like keeping water out of your eyes and ears and your nose. It makes you more comfortable, and I've found that it was easier to just build up the distances just by taking, just using a few of those kind of aids to help me. So yeah, and I wanted to show you the thing for my foot. So I'm going to show you how that works now. Okay, so this is the little rolly thing I showed yesterday, and I've found it pretty good. So what you do is you put your foot on it like this, and you just kind of roll backwards and forwards, and it's got these little plastic bumps that kind of just help massage your foot. So I do it like that on the side to kind of just release the tension in the arch, and I find it really helps. So do it like a couple of minutes on one side. Try not to overdo it. Switch over to the other side, because this was happening on both sides. So where I was wearing the old trainers that weren't very supportive, it was just causing me problems. But yeah, so you just do it like that. Just roll it backwards and forwards a few times, and I found that really kind of just, especially if I do it after I've been running or swimming or anything that might make you feel a bit tense and cause a cramp, just do that. Just a few minutes on this little rolly thing, and works wonders. So just for clarification, I'm not being paid to endorse any of the products that I've showed you today, including the trainers and the stuff that I wear when I'm swimming. It's just stuff that I bought that I feel comfortable using. So that really is about it. And as well as the 1 mile swim that I'm working up to, which is 64 lengths of a 25 metre pool. I'm a little way away at the moment from that, but I'm also still trying to achieve the 25 miles on the bike and the 10k run, which is 10,000 metres or 6.2 miles. So I'm still working up to those, and I'm hoping to do it by the end of the year at the rate I'm going. So as far as what I wear when I'm out cycling, well, a lot of cyclists obviously like to use Lycra. It's not really my cup of tea, if I'm honest. I just think it looks a bit silly. I can understand wearing a helmet. Again, I might occasionally wear one if I know I'm going to be going really fast. But yeah, I asked a cyclist recently. I had one in my taxi, and I said to him, "Why is it cyclists always seem to wear Lycra?" I said, "What is your reason for wearing it?" He said, "Oh, it's because it's basically very comfortable." So I asked him what kind of mileage he was doing, and he told me. He said he goes out and does about 100k, which is 60 miles in the weekend, and he says for that kind of distance, he says it helps. I personally just prefer to wear tracky bottoms, maybe shorts, t-shirt. I'll take a sweater with me as well. I find sometimes when I'm out, I'll take a backpack and I'll put like stuff in it that I might need. I just find it easier to carry my wallet and my phone, keys, a sweater or whatever, and also a bottle of water on the actual bike itself, and that's about it. Oh, the other thing, high vis. So when I'm out in my taxi, cyclists always seem to just, in London, they don't seem to use lights. It's chaos out there. There's cyclists everywhere without lights, and the one thing I do notice, even if they've got no lights but they've got high vis, that's the thing I tend to see. A lot of cyclists, their lights are they've got these little flickering ones that are not very good, or they're wearing all black. So I would suggest wear clothing that is visible, and definitely wear high vis. So that's what I wear. Yeah, and that really is about it for today, as far as things I use and things that I wear while I'm exercising that definitely help things. So I hope it's been helpful and informative today, and yeah, with that being said, I will catch you in the next one. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and please check for more. Speak to you soon. Take care.